or just a message of inspiration, of connection, of support, validation, whatever it is that you're looking for or needing or desiring at this point in your life on your journey. Yeah, we're gonna jump in and just see what Spirit has for you. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you got for this collective, Spirit? Okay, what do you got for this collective today? I feel like they have a lot to say. I feel like whoever is tuning into this collective, or this channel, I don't know. I feel like if you're aligned to me in any way, you're definitely going to be an emotional person, a feeling person, an empathetic person. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Just sacrifice. Okay, sacrifice. Okay, anything else? Number 4, sacrifice. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to show it to you. I'm not sure about the rules, but this is the card sacrifice. It's under this moon. You see, it's like, we'll get more, but I'm looking at the moon heavily, so that it's making me feel like there's something that we can't see, or it has not been shown or illuminated for us yet. Heads up. This is exactly the same duo I got the other day for anyone who watched, or no, that reading I haven't even posted yet, so maybe by the time I post this video, it'll be out. But just the other day I did a reading and these 2 cards came out together, heads up and sacrifice. And it's like something is in the unknown, heads up, right? Okay, that's why I'm focusing on the moon. It hasn't been illuminated to you yet. It's in the shadow, it's in the unknown. And heads up. So heads up, and sacrifice. Okay, Spirit, can we get a card to clarify this sacrifice card? Awakening, and then abundance fell out on top, but I'm just going to keep going, but maybe that will be significant for someone. Sacrifice, abundance, sacrifice. Okay, also it's number 4, and the other day when I was reading it, I did pay attention to the 4 being like stability, structure, foundational, and sacrifice. So I was kind of thinking sacrifice that, and then I just saw the word abundance, so like an authenticity came out. Authenticity, that word comes out all the time on this channel. The cards, Spirit, Source, Magical Universe knows exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get us to step into our authenticity, and they keep, going, yeah, we'll help with that. Sorry. Abundance. I just pulled it out again. Okay, so definitely needs to come out. Definitely needs to come out. Okay, so the cards to validate sacrifice are awakening, authenticity, and abundance. Maybe we're going through a process of needing to sacrifice external things, internal aspects of us, our personality, our identities, or sacrifice relationships, sacrifice certainty. I'm not sure. Sacrifice something. Awakening, authenticity, and abundance. All A's. Awakening, authenticity, and abundance. You're awakening to your authenticity and abundance, but there's a sacrifice that needs to be made. Sorry, I was going to say, it's making me think that you need to sacrifice something to step into your awakening, authenticity, and abundance. That's what I was going to say. Okay, let's keep going, Spirit. What is it that we're trying to... The venom. The venom. And I actually saw, when I was shuffling earlier, the destroyer fell out, and that was really interesting. And I feel like that, so this, if you look at this, the venom, see those fangs in this? Okay, it's hard to focus, but it's like, so this card has all of the color and the Majestic's encasing this darkness, which has it's either the moon, it looks like Earth actually. Like, it's hard to see on there because you can't see the colors, but it actually looks like Earth. With the swirls. Will it focus? It won't focus. It won't, sorry. It's like this, it's Earth. And it's got these fangs, or it looks like Earth to me, you know, for anyone else who uses this deck as well, maybe you can comment and clarify, but to me it looks like Earth, and it looks like fangs, like somebody is trying to pierce with venom, with poison. And the Destroyer came out, which they go the Venom and the Destroyer. And basically what I'm getting at is I feel like there's these energies, or that are, how do I explain this? There are energies at play that can be more in that destroy, collapse, hinder, block, you know, like that, more of that, because the brighter we shine and the more that we are able to unlock ourselves with our keys and step higher into our purpose, our divinity, our truth, and shine brighter and louder, there's actually energies at play that are kind of trying to clamp that at this time. There's energy wars going on, frequency wars going on, right? Like, as the earth ascends, as we ascend, as we shine brighter, as we come into higher consciousness and higher states of consciousness, there's also energies that are retaliating against that, okay? And that are trying to keep us small, because the energies that operate in those states are affected when we rise up and disconnect from them. I mean, we create a frequency shift, and that affects the ability for that energy or that frequency to maintain itself, if that makes any sense at all. So the Destroyer and the Venom energies are going together, and I feel like this is in your field, okay? I feel like this is in our field collectively, globally, okay? This, but for whoever's reading this is in your field. The energies of the Destroyer, the energies of the Venom, the poison that's leaking into you, okay? It's all an illusion. It's not real, but there's definitely some kind of, like, there's voices in your head, there's negative thought patterns, there's sensations or hindering ailments in our bodies, something like that. There's energies at play, and nothing to be fearful of. Nothing to be fearful of. We are so much more powerful than these energies, and we can overcome them, and we can transmute them, and we can alchemize them, especially when we're aware of it. I mean, we can absolutely do that, but these energies are at play. There's something here. And it's making me feel like with the deer and all of these arrows, okay, it's making me feel like with the deer and all of these arrows being pierced in, the word is sacrifice, but the imagery is like, it's almost telling me like what our minds are kind of contemplating, that if we make a sacrifice with something, that it will be, or if we take a step, or if we move towards something, or if we make a decision over something, it's being framed in a way that's a sacrifice that's actually extremely negative, if that makes sense. Like it's getting blown out of proportion. Like there's 8 arrows pierced into this deer with blood, in a pool of blood. Like, it's like the way that we're imagining it, the way that we're processing it is more intense and devastating than it needs to be. Like, and I feel like that's the Venom and the Destroyer energies that are coming in and putting this veil or this filter over what it is that you're processing, that's making it look darker and scarier and, more intense than it really is. Like, there's a fear energy, a fear response that's coming up and framing certain things that you're going through fear. Okay, sorry, let's keep going. Other readers are so much more eloquent sometimes in the way they explain things, I think, but so you guys will get what I'm saying. Okay, can I get some more, tell me about the Venom. Tell me about, okay, the vow. Okay, we're looking at something to do with a relationship and a really disturbing way, and maybe we don't need to be. The fault line, the starborn. Okay, this fault line, this one, there's something going on with so much imagery has come up. The fault line, the cracking, okay, of the foundation, the splitting, the separating into two. Okay, there's also this egg here that's cracking open. This card came up the other day in our, actually I haven't posted that video yet, but you'll see it. Yeah, something is breaking apart, something is collapsing, something is crumbling, something is renewing, something is rejuvenating, something is being born out of the ashes, if that makes sense. Like, you've got the venom and the destroyer and the fault line, you know, the cracking open, and the starborn. This is another crack in this egg. And you have awakening, authenticity, and abundance, and you have all of these magical, it's like little star bursts in this picture. If you can kind of see them, it's hard to see, and lots of color. And just like this, you have color all around this circle of darkness. So maybe there is a sacrifice, or maybe there is a sacrifice that needs to be made. There is a sacrifice that needs to be made. And through making the sacrifice, it might feel like the fault line, like we're cracking open, like the sacrifice that we're making is also pushing us into this experience of something is now crumbling, of something is now a system or a structure or a foundation that has kept you in operation, has kept you safe, has kept you understanding the way that things operate. That is crumbling. That is cracking open. That is disintegrating. Okay? We have to sacrifice something. We have to sacrifice a vow that we've made. Sacrifice a vow that we've made to ourselves, to someone else. Okay. Because we're cracking open, and now the time has come. Heads up, like, you got to make a sacrifice. You got to burn something to the ground, or you got to let go of something, shift something. And I think it's because we're awakening. We are awakening, okay? So, like, we're awakening, and that's the starborn. The starborn. We're awakening. We're cracking open, okay? All these layers and layers and layers of dogma and memory and stories and noise that has been layered on us our whole lives from birth till now, okay? That's starting to crack. The fault line. It's starting to disintegrate. It's starting to fall away, okay? Heads up. Heads up, keep your head up, okay? And this also, like, look, it's on top of her crown chakra, okay? So, and it makes me think that, like, this water, like the flow, like the subconscious, the spirit, the nourishing source that's supporting us all, the nourishing flow of life that's supporting us all, source. Okay? It's like, heads up, this is rising, okay? Heads up, your crown is opening up, okay? This like divine flow is starting to come to us. This like new concepts, new ideas, new feelings, new consciousness. It's the new consciousness. It's the higher waves of consciousness. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Blah, blah, blah. It's like the higher waves of consciousness, okay? And we're tapping more into it, okay? But there's sacrifices that are happening through this, and it feels really extremely painful and bloody and harsh and like death, maybe like a death is occurring, okay? And that's that venom too. And the destroyer is like the energies. Oh, and that came up the other day. The energies of the shadow are also supporting us in our ascension. Okay. So the destroyer and the venom are coming in to destroy and rip away the old, crack open the foundation. It's starting to split. The light is starting to, through the fault line, right? The star is born. The star, all of this majestic color and light bursts and magic and magic. It's all starting to seep through this crack. Okay, the fault line. There we go. The vow. White bird clasping in our hand. Okay, let's get. Oh, this is on the bottom of the deck. Changes. Yeah, we're changing. And this card. Okay, so this card, when you look at this imagery, I think of a cell. You know, like our biology, a human cell, or in an animal or in a plant, but let's go with biology right now, like a cell. And this is like all the DNA and the genomes and the data. I'm not a scientist, bear with me, inside of the cell. And look, it's all it's changing and shifting. We're literally getting rid of stuff that doesn't help us or suit us anymore. We're cracking open. We're starting to understand that, like, we have like superhuman abilities even that we didn't realize that we could tap into until now or until recently, you know, like this is also literally like as we're ascending, this is our cellular DNA shifting, restructuring, recalibrating to a new high frequency of love and light and unity. Okay, sorry, what was I going to do? I wanted to get a clarification. Let's get some tarot now. I haven't even done any tarot yet. Let's get some clarification on the vow card, please. Just looking at that one the whole time. Inverted strength. Okay, yeah, that's that. The venom and the destroyer, the sacrifice, like the heaviness of like the inverted star. The vow. Okay. 2 major arcana cards inverted, the star and strength. It's like we're not feeling. There's like a very powerful process that's happening here with strength and the star, but it's inverted. So like we're feeling that more of the heaviness and more of the sacrifice right now. More of the change, more of the cracking. This is what we're kind of feeling right now, maybe. But the vow, it's like, what? Okay, tell me more about the vow. I want to say it's not. It's not a relationship thing, maybe. Even though I think I said that before, but maybe like it's more with yourself, your relationship with yourself, as opposed to outside relationships, external relationships. But shadow. Yeah, there's definitely shadows energy here. Venom, the destroyer came up earlier. It's not here, but shadow, the vow. Maybe there is a relationship that we have to sacrifice. I'm not sure. The bottom of the deck, confident. What is this vow about, Spirit? Is it a vow to ourselves? The good kind. The good kind. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go with, this is a vow that we've made. We're like working through. Okay. How do I explain this? Okay. This is always my struggle. How do I explain it? All right. So it's like we have a vow we've made to ourselves, we've made to society, we've made to someone else, how we've operated in the world. Everything that we have believed up to this point has also been involved, has also been a part of the vows that we've made, of the commitments that we've made to ourselves, to others, to our societies, okay? But these vows that were being made were being made in the shadow, because there's this, it wasn't necessarily a vow from a heart space of a true intention of wanting to connect on a deep soul love level necessarily. I mean, these vows that are being made are more of following the root of being the good kind, if that makes sense. Like, we were kind of always taught and understood a way to be good in the world, of doing the right thing, right? How to be good, how to do the right thing, how to live your life, how to be, okay? How to operate in the world. There's good and bad people, right? So a lot of the choices we were made, a lot of the commitments that we made to ourselves, to others, to societies, a lot of these vows, commitments that were made, okay? They're made in the shadow. See the dark circle? They're made in the shadow. Made in the shadow, more of wanting to be good, more of wanting to be the right person, doing the right thing, being the good kind, whatever that means, whatever society told you would be the right way, be the right thing to do, would be the key to being accepted. Okay, those are the vows that we've been making. Now we're starting to break apart and see that all of these commitments that we've made to ourselves, society, and others were made in the shadow, and were made out of fear. Fear of being the good kind, fear of being accepted, fear of doing the right thing, okay? And now we're starting to crack open and see that we're going to have to sacrifice some of these vows that we made in the shadow because they don't align with us, and because we're awakening. And if we want to be authentic and step into our abundance, okay? If we want to turn these upright and step into our strength in the star, which is connectedness to spirit, the highest self, it's healing, rejuvenation, okay? If we're going to step into that, then we have to accept and forgive ourselves for the vows we made in the shadow, the commitments made in the shadow, and then what we need to release. That's more what we need to forgive ourselves for, is that we need to release it, is that we need to sacrifice it, okay? And it might feel that you will be pierced in your heart. It might feel like a sword in your back, or others, maybe right now, is maybe how it feels. Anyway, let's keep going. Spirit. What are these commitments and vows that we're awakening to? The caged bird, that came out the other day as well. Caged bird. So maybe a vow or commitment that we've made is making us feel caged. We made a commitment or a vow in the shadow, and now we're realizing or awakening to the fact that it's making us feel caged. Kin also has to do with close, like, relation. Sorry, can't show you that one. There's some nakedness. There's some butts and stuff, so I can't show you that. Let's see if I can kind of, I don't even know if that's, yeah. It's a fire with these people, like, rejoicing around the fire, and the word is kin. Yeah, we made vows, we made commitments to people, to close relationships possibly, and now we're feeling caged. We made those commitments in the shadow because we wanted to do the right thing. Okay. All right. Caged bird with kin. Okay. So yeah. This came to me and I feel like I need to share it. When I was doing cards earlier and for the last few days, I've had the card nature come up a lot, and I've also had visions of fishing and river streams. And I'm not a fisherwoman. I don't fish, but anyways, I feel like the point of why these images and the word nature keeps coming out. And also I watched this is all the synchronicities, wonderful, beautiful synchronicities in our life that are so fucking magical, was that I was reading or watching something the other day, and I forget where, it might have been with my kids. I can't even remember, but it was something about how with all of the chaos and all of the noise and all of the heavy, dense energies that are going on in the world right now, it is so imperative that we get out into nature, because nature, the frequency and the rhythm of nature is healing. It's a natural rhythm. It's the natural rhythm of kind of how it's like what we also need to attune to so that we can feel in balance and in equilibrium, right? Like the energies that we're operating in day to day, if we're not connected to nature, generally are very unsettling, right? Like they hinder our ability to ground. They hinder our ability to be clear, to be healthy. They really do. You know, like nature is so important. The sounds of nature. Yeah, sorry, the sounds of shuffling. The sounds of nature. The sounds of nature are healing. Anyway, was coming to me, and I feel like that's definitely there's an opening or an opportunity there for us to step more into nature. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. Actually, it is amazing how much better you feel after you hug a tree. I don't know if you tried it, but you do feel calmer. You do feel more settled. You do feel more at peace. You do feel like, you know, stable. I don't know. The tree's stable now. I don't know. Okay, let's get a summary. We're at 39 minutes, and I don't know if I'm going to lose you with my battery. Card just flew. 2 cards. Oh. 8 of Cups and 6 of Pentacles. This one has come up a lot as well, okay? This is like walking away, leaving behind, you know, these 8 cups, going on a soul mission, a soul journey to find deeper purpose, deeper fulfillment, higher truth, walking away from something in your life that at one point you did feel quite bonded to or appreciate or brought you love, inspiration, all of that. We're moving away. We're walking away. Here's the moon again. Okay, there's the moon here. Walking away. We're not sure what we're moving towards. Like we're uncertain. We don't know. This is new, right? Like we're sacrificing our foundation. And then the 6 of Pentacles. Summary, conclusion, is walking away from something through this process of cracking open, of processing the vows and the commitments, the choices that you've made in the shadow with this intention of being good. The summary is saying, sorry, it's like there's something right. I'm looking at the card, the good kind. I'm looking at this card and it's linked. And I don't know how. Give me one of these. I can feel it. It's my spidey sense, as my son would say. He's 5 years old and he loves Spider-Man. It's my spidey sense. Something is connected there. I don't know. Also, the number 8 has come out quite a bit here. Now I'm noticing, because that was an 8. This number, the good kind's an 8. Kin is an 8. And I saw something else. Is the strength card an 8? Yeah, the strength card is 8. So you have 8 here. So that's also significant. So also, that could just be infinity, like 8, or you can look up the meaning of the sacred angel number of 888. That could be significant for you. I don't know that off by heart. Or also 888, there was that portal that we just had last month in August, the Lionsgate portal. So whatever timing that was, that could also be significant for you as well, for some kind, like maybe this process started happening or was triggered or initiated by the Lionsgate portal, possibly. So 888, it's here. And what was I asking about? I was asking for clarification on this, and I got enlightenment and masculine. Okay. So something about, there's like equal give and take, a balancing of our divine masculine, and we're getting more to like more of that enlightenment. So more of the pain is easing, like the venom and the swords and the arrows and all of that in our, the piercing, kind of the caged bird, like that's kind of easing maybe in the summary. We're settling more now into our enlightenment through our awakening process. Like now the waters are starting to settle. I mean, It's not feeling like such a roller coaster maybe now. Like we've kind of worked through some of this. We're starting to see some of the stuff that we've done in our shadow that doesn't align with us, that we need to walk away from. And now we're rebalancing our masculine, our feminine, and we're finding more of that enlightenment. Or we're balancing our masculine energies. Maybe we have maybe we had like a surplus in masculine, a surplus in doing, a surplus in achieving, a surplus in status, a surplus in image. I'm not sure, because it's the good kind. That's okay. It's related. It's the good kind. I knew it was related somehow. It's the good kind of like, yeah, I want to do the right thing. It's that for people that are wanting to be good and do the right thing. Not always. I don't, but a lot of the time it's because society has told you what it means to be a good or a bad person. And then you believed it. That's not actually a truth. That's a story that you adopted as a truth. And what makes you a good person has nothing to do with your external accomplishments. In my opinion, it has absolutely nothing to do with that. Good and bad essentially are just labels as well. But in my mind, from my perspective, good just means to be in love, to be in service, to be in grace, to be in compassion, to be in empathy. Like, it's heart emotions, heart space, heart field. It has nothing to do with accomplishments, status, money, prosperity. It has nothing to do with that. It's nothing, or paying your taxes as an example, okay? I'm not speaking to whether or not you should pay your taxes. That's not what I'm getting into. That's for you to decide. But I'm just saying, like, if you didn't pay your taxes, somebody might say, well, then you're a bad person. That's just fucking someone saying, like, this is just an example. It is just an example of a situation where you could say good people pay their taxes and bad people don't. Okay, it's just an example. I'm not saying that's an actual story that's being told. Okay, guys, sorry, my phone died. And right at the end when I was doing the summary, okay? So plugged it in, I got my cord. I'll finish this up for you. Apologies. I'd like to say that eventually I'll get more organized, I'll get more in flow, but I can't promise that, because I am kind of just someone who just flies by the seat of my pants, and I can't have too much structure or too many rules, because otherwise I just disintegrate in my being. So yeah, sorry. That I didn't have my phone properly charged and ready for this reading. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, so when I was waiting for my phone to turn on, I got another validation card just to clarify these energies that are coming through for the summary or the conclusion. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Cups, and then we'd already got the masculine, divine masculine card. We have enlightenment. And then we had forgiveness come out as our concluding card for this. Okay, so definitely feel like the summary is that we are moving away or walking away from something that in search or in need or desire or longing of something that's more fulfilling, of something that's more wholesome, of something that's deeper, of something that's truer for us, okay? Whether we're moving away physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or all of it, there's definitely a moving away from something, moving away from some kind of foundation or some kind of way that we operated where we were kind of in this where the perspective was wanting to be good, of wanting to do the right thing, of wanting to fall in line, okay? So now we're kind of moving away from that, whether that means just a mindset or like we are moving away from our life as we know it to move into a different way of being, a different way of living, moving away from commitments and vows that we made in the shadow that no longer are aligning with us. So the conclusion is there is a movement away from that. But then it looks like from that process of moving away from this, there's a rebalancing with the 6 of Pentacles. There's an equilibrium that happens. It brings us more enlightenment, more clarity, to to our situation. There's forgiveness that's happening. That's the balancing. There's forgiveness in this as well. So if it's you that's moving on, you're forgiving yourself for these adjustments, for these changes that you're making, or your others are forgiving you. There's forgiveness in this. Maybe you feel like you're going to be this deer with all these arrows in your back. If you make certain sacrifices in your life that people won't understand you, that's like the shadow type energy of wanting to be the good kind and wanting to do the right thing. But there's forgiveness in that. Like there's a forgiveness of yourself. You take it how it resonates. Could be forgiving yourself for going through all these years thinking that being good meant this when really being good meant that in your, whatever that means for you. I'm not sure, but that's the summary. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And then the masculine card, I feel like this could be a divine masculine that is walking away from a situation. It doesn't have to be a man. Divine masculine is just an energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, and they're in us all. So you take that as how it resonates. For you, it could be a man. And that's how it resonates for you with divine masculine. For others, it might not. So it could be that a divine masculine, is walking away from something where this is happening for a divine masculine. It also could be that this process is rebalancing and bringing into harmony the divine masculine and feminines with energies within us. Okay, because maybe we were too heavy in our divine masculine before, and that's why we were always, that's why we were going out and making all these commitments and doing all these things and being good and building. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting that. It doesn't say that here, but I'm getting that. I'm getting that there was a, right, because it's like the projected stories and the projected society is kind of how we're operating, is what we believe is the good, the right way to be. Okay. And then the divine feminine would be more of like our inner knowing, of like our sacred knowing, of receiving the divine knowledge and wisdom that's inside of us all, of being open and receptive to that. Okay. So I do feel like there was an imbalance, or maybe an excessive amount of masculine energy in you up until this point in your life, and generative, of doing, of achieving, of status, like that kind of stuff, potentially. And now there maybe is a balancing of that through moving away from something, moving away from certain commitments, certain achievements, certain obligations, certain structures. I'm not sure. Maybe now we're stepping more into our feminine energy, more into a receptive, knowing energy, nourishing, healing energy maybe, and we're rebalancing them. So take that how it resonates. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you. Love, love, love to you all. You got this. We all got this, and we're all in this together. No one is alone on this journey. Okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.